I'm going to try the body mic just to see if that'll help a little bit. Whoop, I mean, if I get my finger out of the way, if that'll help a little bit as to the fan noise. I don't know. Because it's more directional to the front, I think it may help. I think. Let me turn on another light here so I can see what the hell I'm not doing. Right. Alright, so here's where I'm at. Oh yeah, right, I wish I knew. I just got off the computer for a minute because I just wanted to do some catch up on what I was doing here. So, this is kind of a block diagram, a layout of what I have now versus what we had when we first started. The fuse box has been moved. We went from a glass fuse to a blade fuse. Down over here, I got the wiring going with the black being on both units going to the switch over here. I put down 2 switch, so everything kind of tells you where it goes. However, you got to remember when I put this together, I put it together and put it down as I see it. Somebody else may look at it differently. It's like when you get an item from China and you're trying to read the directions. Well, you know, what they wrote down and what you're understanding are 2 different things. So that's how that goes. I try to put it as simple as possible. So this is the main unit, which is in here, this metal box. And behind that metal box, on the bottom, underneath everything, there's that stereo board. Now I can't see what I'm showing you. There's no back screen or monitoring screen on this camera. Anyway, that little stereo amp behind main board, as you can see, it's got the little squares and it's kind of faded block. And if you go up to here, if you can see it, there's another lightly faded squares for the box. And that indicates that this is behind and underneath everything. So that's kind of what it tells you there. This is telling you that that is connected, and that's what it looks like up close and personal. These are the 2 fans that are under all this, and this is the new fuse box and how I have it wired. So we have this going to the switch, which switches both grounds, which is good. And this is the fuse box. And the only thing I hadn't done yet was I took out this 5 amp for now. There's nothing in there. And I did wire the audio out of this box and this box, the power side, to that same fuse. So it shouldn't make a difference. I'm thinking the 5 amp is probably going to be okay because we're not really using the inner amp, which is this little one inside, because that had a blown transistor. And we're just not going to start repairing things. We just want to get it to work. So we did a lot of bypass. These are the 2 wheels, and that's where we're at. And this is the top. I got top, bottom view. So that's that over there, and this is looking at it from the bottom. Put the ground bar in, traced the wires, took them out of the trunk. I don't know if I'm too close with this or not. I'm using the yellow and the red. I boxed them together as one red. The brown is actually a power for the light on top. So I brought that down and connected that to a red. Most people understand red is hot. So at that point I have the 2 reds, and there's a ground up there, that little skinny one. And that's the main ground that I use going to the ground bar in there, the strap, the strip, the thing, the ground. And that's going to be grounded to this board. So I'm going to start working on that when I'm ready to put this together. Right now, everything was working as an independent, so it should work when I put it together. So I'm going to start the body work now. I got to get everything done, up, running, painted by Thursday. try to get it done the day before, so maybe Thursday or Friday, as it's still somewhat drying, I can start working on wiring the top to the bottom and get it done. So that's where we're at. Now, I did do because that's a little on the small side, that just kind of gives you an overall. I did a blow up on each one. That's the blow up on the top, bottom view. That might be a little confusing. And then this is the fuse, which I still have to tie the two wires in to this ground lead over here. And I numbered the fuses, so that would be number 2. As you can see, on this one it has numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no numbers on that, I don't think. And if there are, they may be wired or numbered a little bit differently, which means I may have to change those numbers. They may have numbered this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know for sure. But that's not a big change. That's not a big deal. So that's where I'm at. So we're not going to do anything else with this for now. I'm just going to put this all over here. And I got sandpaper. Boy, did it go up. Remember I was talking about that? We're looking at $1 a sheet. Actually, a little bit more than $1 a sheet. This cost $6 for 5 sheets. Yeah. And I needed 2 different grids. There's a 220, a 100. Now I really like to get a 600. I'm going to look around here. And then I have a heavy 100 here for digging in. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to put those right there for now. And I'm going to put this plug system over here for now. I didn't buy any of these. I have to. Let's see what we end up with spending here, and we'll take it one step at a time. So I just have to make a little room here, guys. Now the battery in this one, I haven't charged this. It's been sitting in the drawer for 4 or 5 months. However, when this battery is charged, this will last 2 or 3 hours easily. So what I'm going to do is hope that it's still charged a little bit. And we're just going to try to find a home to where I can snap it. Oh, wait a minute, this may work right here. Will that work? Maybe. What do you think, guys? What can you see? What can you do? Oh. There's one back for got these nuts and bolts here. Yeah, that's the body cam. The body cam. This is the little GoPro wannabe. And I'm telling you, I'm glad that I didn't buy the GoPro. When they first started coming out, the GoPros, I was going to buy one. I was up at Cabela's. And they had them up in the sporting good, you know, where you had the bows and stuff like that. And then had the cameras, the hunting cameras, and stuff like that. Anyhow, I'm looking at them. And I don't remember which one. It was like the second one maybe, or the third one. It wasn't one that just came out. And they were like $400, the ones that they were selling. And I'm looking, I'm saying, should I? It's easy to think how plastic. You know, should I, you know, and the more you think about it, no, I don't really want to spend that kind of money. Especially the way I am on cameras. And then I found these little cheapos here. I have one in the truck that I use as a dash cam, believe it or not. It works great. I just leave it there, I plug it in, and away I go. If I want to take it out, I can. However, I have to turn it back on. You unplug it, it shuts off. But that's just a second for that to happen. Anyway, I've noticed with these, I've dropped this one, I don't know how many times. Yeah, it's you. I dropped it I don't know how many times. And it still works. But there's a lot of little things with it that I don't want it. Again, it's not as clear or as clean as the GoPros. You know, the lenses are probably not as good, the processor and such. But for the most part, it does the same thing. However, I don't like not being able to see the screen. So I really want to, my next camera, whenever I decide to buy one, is going to be a camcorder type so that I can turn the screen around and I can see what's in focus, what's not, when the batteries are going dead, when they're not, you know, and basically that's what I can do. So that's what I need to see. That's what I want. All right, now, let's see. How big is this job? Let me get this off. Well, that came off easy, which I knew it would. It's just the rubber hose. But that could be a problem. Now, Darlene is shopping. Today's Saturday, by the way. I think it's the 10th or the 11th. I really don't know. I need an adjustable. I know. There we are. Barely get your hand in there, but it might. Okay. It's going to be so much easier to work on when I'm sanding and painting if that's not there. And they did. They put another in the back. Like I say. Too big. Too big, too small, too big, too small. Way